Gopijanavallabha Girivardhari Gopijanavallabha Girivardhari Yashodanandana Brajajanarandana Yashodanandana Brajajanarandana Yamunatira Vanacharina Yamunatira Vanacharina Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Gopijanavallabha Girivardhari Gopijanavallabha Girivardhari Yashodanandana Brajajanarandana Yashodanandana Brajajanarandana Yamunatira Vanacharina Yamunatira Vanacharina Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Jai Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada Srila Prabhupada Jai Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada Srila Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Gurudev Gurudev Gurudeva, Jai Gurudev. Nitai Gaura Haribo, 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 Nitai Gaura Haribo. Jai Gaura, Nitai Gaura, Nitai Gaura Haribo. Jayam Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivrajagacharya Stuta Rasita Sri Srimad Divine Grace ISKCON Founder Charya Jagadguru Sri Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Jayam Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivrajagacharya Stuta Rasita Sri Srimad Divine Grace Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada Ki Jai. Ananda Gaudiya Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai. Namacharya Srila Haridasa Thakur Ki Jai. Prem Go Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadara Sri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopal Gopinath Shyama Radha Kunda Giri Gauravadan Ki Jai. Vrindavandam Ki Jai. Mathuradam Ki Jai. Navadip Mayapurudam Ki Jai. Jagannath Puridam Ki Jai. Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Devi Sudarshan Chakra Ki Jai. Jamuna Mai Ki Jai. Ganges Mai Ki Jai. Tulasi Devi Ki Jai. Bhakti Devi Ki Jai. Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Nitai Gaura Premanande. All glorious assembled devotees. All glorious assembled devotees. All glorious assembled devotees. All glories to Shishi Guru Shri Gauranga. Namo Vishnu Padya Krishna Pritaya Bhutala Srimati Bhakti Swami Namaste Krishna Prabhupada Shri Gaura Karuna Shakti Bhakti Swati Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Naruttamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Mudirayet Nashta Prayesa Badresu Nityam Bhagavatam Sevayam Bhagavati Uttama Sloki Bhakti Ribhavati Naistigi Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshululmitam Jena Tashmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhistam Starpitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Tadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Gurun Sri Yuttapada Kamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavam Cha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri ISKCONNVCC Cha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopisa Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrisabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priya Vanchakal Patarubhyascha Kripa Sandhya Vasha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Granted Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 6, Chapter 17. Mother Parvati curses Chitraketu. Text number. Which one? Text number 9. It's okay. Divide this. Text number 9. Sri Sukha Uvacha Bhagavan Apita Shrutva Prahasha Gadat Dhiri Nirpa Tushnim Bahuva Sadasi Sabhyascha Tad Anubrata. Sri Sukha Uvacha Bhagavana Pita Shrutva Prahasya Gada Dhiri Ripa Tushnim Bhavuha Sadasi Sabhyascha Tad Anubrata. Sri Sukha Uvacha Bhagavana Pita Shrutva Prahasya Gada Dhiri Nirpa Tushnam Bhabhuvat Sadasi Sabhyascha Tadandubrata. Sri Sukha Uvacha Bhagavana Pita Shrutva Prahasya Gada Dhiri Nirpa Tushnim Bhavava Sadasi Sabhyasya Tadandubrata. Sri Sukha Uvacha Bhagavana Pita Shrutva Prahasya Gada Dhiri Nirpa Tushnim Bhavava Sadasi Sabhyascha Tadandubrata. Sri Sukha Uvacha Bhagavana Pita Shrutva Prahasya Gada Dhiri Nirpa Tushnim Bhavava Sadasi Sabhyascha Tadandubrata. Tajis. Sri Sukha Uvacha Sri Sukha Uvacha Sabhyasta Talunu Brataham. Sri Shuka Uvacha. Sri Sukadev Goswami said, Bhagavan, Lord Shiva, happy also that Shrutva, hearing, Parahasya, smiling, Agadhadi, whose intelligence is unfathomed, Niripa, O King, Tushnim, silent, Babuva, remained, Sadasi, in the assembly, Sabya, everyone assembled there, Cha, and Tad Anubrata, follow Lord Shiva, remain silent. Translation and purport by Divine Grace A.C. Bhakti Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Srila Sukadev Goswami continued, my dear King, after hearing Chitraketu's statement, Lord Shiva, the most powerful personality, whose knowledge is fathomless, simply smiled and remained silent. And all the members of the assembly followed the Lord by not saying anything. Purport. Chitraketu's purpose in criticizing Lord Shiva is somewhat mysterious and cannot be understood by a common man. Srila Vishwanath Chakrabarti Thakur, however, has made the following observations. Lord Shiva, being the most exalted Vaishnav and one of the most powerful demigods, is able to do anything he desires. Although he was externally exhibiting the behavior of a common man and not following etiquette, such actions cannot diminish his exalted position. The difficulty is that a common man seeing Lord Shiva's behavior might follow his example, as stated in Bhagavad Gita 3:21. Jat jat charati shrestas tat tat ebetaru janaha chayat samaman kurute lokastat anuvartate. Whatever action a great man performs, common men follow. Whatever standards is set by exemplary acts, all the world pursues. A common man might also criticize Lord Shiva, like Daksha, who suffered the consequences for his criticism. King Chitraketu desired that Lord Shiva sees his external behavior so that others might be saved from criticizing him and thus becoming offenders. If one thinks that Vishnu, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is the only perfect personality, whereas the demigods, even such demigods as Lord Shiva, are inclined to improper social affairs, he is an offender. Considering all this, King Chitraketu was somewhat harsh in his behavior with Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva, who is always deep in knowledge, could understand Chitraketu's purpose, and therefore he was not at all angry. Rather, He simply smiled and remained silent. The members of the assembly surrounding Lord Shiva could also understand Chitraketu's purpose. Consequently, following the behavior of Lord Shiva, they did not protest. Instead, following their master, they remained silent. If the members of the assembly thought that Chitraketu had blasphemed Lord Shiva, they would certainly have left at once, blocking their ears with their hands. That is the end of Srila Prabhupada's purport, text 9 of Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 6, chapter 17, entitled Mother Parvati Curses Chitraketu. Hare Krishna. Vrindavan Das Thakura said in Chaitanya Bhagavat, if you see two devotees quarreling, be very careful. Because their seeming quarrel is exhibition of their love for each other. So if one is an external devotee will not see what is the intention of these two devotees. If you take side, you will have problem. He is speaking about this because of his experience with the behavior of Advaita Charya and Lord Nityananda. They always quarrel and abuse each other externally. But they are the same person in two bodies. So if one is an external devotee, will not see their intention and will misbehave or take side with Advaita or take side with Nityananda Prabhu. Either side is an offense, and one will suffer for it. Chitraketu is a devotee. Lord Shiva is the best of devotees, according to the scripture, and by his position. He's not an ordinary person or a jiva. So his activities cannot be ordinary. We have seen his activities, which are super ordinary, super. Not common for anyone to do. So we hear Lord Shiva drank poison, but what is the volume of that poison? The poison was covering the whole universe. That the extent of the poison Lord Shiva drank. It was covering the whole universe, but it has the power to collect all of them into a handful and swallow it. And even when he swallowed it, he didn't swallow to the stomach. He kept it on his throat. He has the power to do that. Only Lord Vishnu can do it, or Lord Shiva. No ordinary person can do it. So, he has shown a very powerful character here which should be followed. If one is blasphemed, criticized, abused, and insulted, and you remain peaceful, not angry, no retaliation, no malice, every bad thing in you be transferred to the person who will blaspheme and criticize you. And every good thing in that person will be transferred automatically to you. by nature's arrangement. So Lord Shiva smiled, although he has had unpalatable harsh words from Chitraketu, who had good intention. Of course, we may have good intention at the same time do something wrong. So our good intention is not sufficient to protect us. Our good intentions to be backed and facilitated by the purity of Krishna consciousness. Otherwise, our good intention alone is not sufficient to protect us from danger. So Lord Shiva smiled. He did not respond negatively because he knew the intention of Chitraketu. He is saying something against my behavior, not because he did not know me. He knows me. Bishwanath Chakrabarti Thakur said, Chitraketu's behavior is different from the behavior of Daksha. Daksha was inimical towards Lord Shiva. He was inimical, and he considered him inferior to him. Chitraketu did not consider Lord Shiva inferior to him, but he feels that people are going to blaspheme you for acting like this in the public. Therefore, I should talk to you about it. The only problem with him is that we should not correct Ishwara. This is the point. With good intention. He has good intention. But we should not correct Ishwara because the activities are not common. The activities cannot be material or contaminated. For example, when Lord Shiva kissed his wife, he was not agitated. So, general people will not see that. We see things according to our level. So a conditioned soul will think, oh, if I do that, I'll be very agitated and expect to go more and actually have sex. Therefore, if you see someone doing the same thing, I'll be feeling the same thing. We put everybody on our condition and our level. But that is not true for Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva is described as a Dhira. He never affected. He is not affected by external things. Then you can ask, what of Lord Shiva running after Mohini? What about that? Is not lost? That is not lost. Who is Mohini? It's Krishna. The only person who can bewilder Lord Shiva is Vishnu. Nobody else can do that. So it is Krishna who is playing a pastime with his devotee, Lord Shiva, not ordinary person. No woman in this world, either in heaven or anywhere, can agitate Lord Shiva. That woman is not born yet. He will agitate the woman, not the woman agitating. That is his position. So his kissing a woman is not a sinful activity in the public. So Chitraketu thought I should correct him because he is acting like this in the public. So it's not correct. People are going to blaspheme him. We have already mentioned many times. It is very, very dangerous and risky for neophyte devotees that you say what Mahabhagavat. It is risky. It is very, very good because we get that is powerful association which will purify us. And at the same time, it is dangerous. Just like if you have a very powerful medicine, it will cure very nicely. If it's mistaken, it will also destroy. So Sri Gogwina Maharaj said, the sadhu like a sword. Both sides is sharp and it can cut. But the side you can cut that side. That is Lord Shiva's position. It cannot be imitated. So it is said here, the saintly persons, his associates who were sitting with him there, and seeing that Lord Shiva did not become angry at Chitraketu, they could see that they follow Lord Shiva. They were not also angry. If it were an offense, Prabhupada said here, they will have immediately left the place or blocked their ears so they don't hear the blasphemy. To hear the blasphemy or to blaspheme is very, very dangerous. Very dangerous. Either it is mental or verbal. Or very dangerous. Very dangerous. So Lord Shiva did not see the action of Chitraketu to be offensive. But because he's an Ishvara and he remained silent and smiled without taking offense, Chitraketu became contaminated by that activity. Therefore, he was cursed to suffer by Lord Shiva's wife. So that is the heading of the topic. Mother Parvati curses Chitraketu. Which is also very good for him, because for a devotee, everything is auspicious. There is nothing which is inauspicious for a devotee. Inauspicious, auspicious is duality. It's not perfection, it is duality. So in chapter 12, Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna recommended we should give up pious and impious, auspicious and inauspicious things to be given up, because both are dualities. So those who are situated on transcendental platform, they don't see anything inauspicious. So although he was cursed, Chitraketu did not become angry, just like Lord Shiva. See, the activity between devotees, we should be careful with it. The activity between devotees. Chitraketu was not angry with Parvati when she cursed him. He smiled just like Lord Shiva did. He smiled. Because for them, it is a pastime they are playing. Not just a sinful activity that will produce reactions. The activities do not produce negative reactions. We should follow the example of Lord Shiva. Not imitating him. We cannot drink poison, even if a drop, not to talk of a full cup of it. But he can do that easily without difficulty. And see, the love he has for Lord Krishna made him not to swallow it, because Lord Shiva was thinking, Lord Krishna is sitting here, if I swallow it, it will disturb him. So I said, not swallow it, so leave it there. So he kept it there until he had the japa of Narada Muni. When Narada Muni chanted, Hare Krishna, that poison disappeared. That is the potency of Narada's japa. It has a potency. According to our level of purity, the Maha Mantra has different levels. So, different levels. The poison disappeared. And Parvati became suspicious. This is not my husband. Someone is pretending to be my husband. Get out! She have not seen her husband with a normal neck. It is always blue. When it became white. What? No. It's very common for demigod to disguise, take someone's body and pretend. Indra does it very easily, all the time, to deceive people for his selfish ends. So Parvati knows that. And herself she did also. She did to Lord Shiva. to Lord Ramchandra. And she suffered also for it, for doing that. So she knows that this disguising is easily done by powerful personalities. So she started suspecting somebody has taken my husband's form to come and seduce me. I will not accept it. Before she realized that no, it was the japa of Narada Muni that has done that miracle. So we can follow Lord Shiva's example. Which one we should follow? That we should not follow drinking poison. We should not follow drinking ganja. But we should follow being silent when we are criticized, when we are blasphemed, when we are criticized. We should smile. This we can follow, because this will purify us, because all the impurities will be taken away and you become promoted in our Krishna consciousness, which will bring us success in our Krishna consciousness. Hare Krishna. You have comments or questions? Yes, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, Maharaj, for this beautiful understanding about Lord Shiva's Chitraketu's behavior, then Shiva not accepting that you mentioned about the greatness of the person is he tolerated the provoking situation, he remained silent. Maharaj, just this comparison I was doing contrast, like in Chitraketu's case, Shiva understood the intention that he is not actually doing to blaspheme me, but he's worried, he's concerned. So he remained silent. In case of Daksha, because it was an insult to the devotee, like Sati was being troubled, that's why he retaliated. Means, so is this correct? And in case of Bhrigu Muni, when Bhrigu Muni personally offended Shiva by speaking harsh words, then again he showed that if he was very angry. So is it because that he understood the intention that he is going to prove that Vishnu is Supreme Lord? That's why he became angry. So just wanted some understanding about this three. Bhrigu, Chitraketu and Daksha.
And here in Chitraketu, he knew Chitraketu. He knew why he's doing that. In Daksha, he didn't become angry. He was not angry. He simply saw the envy Daksha was projecting towards him. He saw the envy and he saw his offenses. Just to protect him, he left. He became angry only when his wife left the body. Then he became very angry, which is proper. It is the duty of a leader to protect those who are 100% dependent on you. That's the responsibility. And Lord Shiva shows that a quality all the time. All the time he shows that quality. When his wife was gone because of what happened, so naturally he was angry. It is then he sent his ashes to go and destroy. Before then, he didn't say anything. He quietly left as a Vaishnava. So this we can follow. It was very, very severe insult on him, but still, that is nothing to Lord Shiva. That is nothing. He was simply concerned about the welfare of Daksha and exalted devotee behavior. So we can follow that. I should follow his example of being a perfect leader, not to abandon a surrendered disciple. He taught that example. That's why I have had so many bad experiences with him. Because he always see Lord Shiva to be ordinary person, and especially his son-in-law. The son-in-law is inferior to the father-in-law. He thinks like that. He didn't see Lord Shiva to be Maharaj, one who is controlling everything and is superior to him. Lord Shiva can create millions of daksha without difficulty. But because he has some relationship with him as his son-in-law, he was thinking him to be inferior. And that is his position, his low-class position, as we have been saying. Very risky for a neophyte devotee to associate with a Mahabhagat. Very risky. Daksha, for example. Risky. He minimizes Lord Shiva. And he suffers severely for that. The moon god married the remaining of Daksha's daughters. And because he is not Krishna, like Uttanapada Maharaj, he became partial to one out of the lot. So he was taking care of only the one that gave him a child and neglected others. So they went and complained to Daksha. Our husband is not there for us. We are simply wives in name only. Only one of our sisters he take care. The remainder of us were all useless. So we cannot say that we are married. Like Lord Daksha didn't like Lord Shiva. I told you here this was a good reason for him. It was a very good reason for him. So he came to Sun God, Moon God. Why are you taking care of my daughters? Why did you marry my daughter without taking care? I will curse you if you don't take care of them. But you see, attachment is very dangerous. Very dangerous. It makes one becomes useless and senseless. No intelligence. Especially mundane attachment. Very disastrous. So he didn't hear because he was already attached to his wife. Just like Uttanapada Maharaj. He did nothing when his favorite wife was insulting his person who's supposed to inherit the kingdom from him. She insulted and she spoke loud for him to hear. But still he did nothing because he attached to the woman. She did nothing. So the moon god did the same thing. So that's a cursing. You'll be sick. Half of your body should be sick. So he was very disturbed. Sick. Paralyzed. Paralyzed means half of the body is sick. They have been there a long time, not beginning from now. So he went to Lord Shiva and explained his situation. So Lord Shiva said, don't worry. You stay here with me. Don't go back there. Stay here with me. So the moon was staying with Lord Shiva. So they went back again and told the Daksha, before our husband was there, he's not taking care when he was there. But now, he's gone completely. So we don't know where he has gone. That angered Daksha. He started searching for him. And to make it worse, he saw him with Lord Shiva, the person he hated the most. Shiva. I know it's only bad things you know how to do. He started insulting Shiva. If you don't release my son-in-law, I will curse you. Lord Shiva said, that is all right with me. A person who has taken my shelter, I cannot give him up. He has taken my shirt. So if you want to cause, you want to kill me, go ahead. But my principle is a principle of elevated souls, not to give up on those who are surrendered to them. Lord Machanda killed Rakshasa king Ravana because of that. One who is 100% dependent should be 100% protected. Sita Devi was 100% dependent on Lord Ramchandra. So he did everything to give her protection. The same thing with Lord Shiva. I cannot give up a person who has surrendered his or her life to me. I cannot. And Dasha was ready to curse Shiva again. He was completely free, not angry. She did nothing to him, cursing or what. What is it for Lord Shiva? He was ready for it. Lord Vishnu appeared and said, Shiva, don't allow this man to disturb you. Give him back his sin. Shiva said, no. Will you do like that? Will you give up your own disciples? Your devotee? I cannot do it. So Lord Vishnu said, okay. He's already half sick. So divide it to two. Give him the sick one. So you keep the healthy one. That's why you see Lord Shiva has half moon on his head. So the sick one went back to the house as Daksha's son-in-law. The position of Lord Shiva is great. So we can learn from him many things that are positive. The one that is within our level, you should follow his footsteps, not to imitate him. Make sense? Yes, right.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Like Maharaj, I had one question regarding Lord Shiva's behavior. Like you mentioned that like he's a very great soul and he's not agitated. But we see in the purport Prabhupada writes that whatever great men do, common people follow.
Yes.
So we see that the action done like by the great soul, so he may be very pure in his consciousness, but there are many followers who will want to follow that example. Like for example, if we have some kirtan singer who is very pure and he has very pure consciousness chanting the holy names, but if he is like putting tattoo all over his body, then people who are like upcoming, they will want to follow that example.
Yes.
So how to see this, that the great soul might be pure, but his action might be followed, by people in general.
Yes. Thank you for the question. Yes. The activity a leader performs, the activity a leader does, has a powerful, it's a powerful message. It's a very powerful message. So what the leader does and he didn't do, they are followed. It's a message. It's a message. For example, if a leader slaps someone, if someone slaps someone, a devotee slaps another devotee, and the leader is there, and he saw it and didn't do anything, it's a message. It's a message. That in this place, he can slap anybody, no problem. That's a message. So what he does and didn't do is always followed, especially by common people. And if he says, no, this is wrong, don't do this here, it will be followed. It's a message to be followed. Oh, in this place, don't do this. That is the risk of being a leader. And as a result, Lord Sabdev said we shouldn't jump in there if we don't know how to behave properly and lead in such a way that those who are under us become liberated. Don't be there. That is the point. In the same way, that is the principle. So we should follow that to do what is always right. At the same time, we should also remember, we should not forget, we should always remember that Ishwara's position is not ordinary. Ishwara's position is not ordinary. So even if we mistake an Ishwara and blaspheme him, we will suffer for it. For example, some say, why Krishna dance with gopis? If he's a perfect teacher, right? He said in Bhagavatam, where this verse is coming. he told Arjuna, I have no duty, Janak Maharaj have no duty. But because if I do not do my duty, many people are going to be put into danger. So then why did he dance with the gopis? People will hear that, they also follow. That is his Ishwara position. That cannot be minimized. So we should be fortunate enough. We should be very fortunate and very, very attentive to our teachings, our philosophy, our sadhana, so that we become purified to be able to identify what are the things I should follow and the things I shouldn't imitate. Otherwise, certain things will happen and it will affect our devotional service. If someone started misbehaving, or Lucifer is an Ishwara, and he did like this, let me do like that, you will suffer, but Lucifer will not suffer. Therefore, it is our duty to know what is right. Then we will be protected. All right? Yes, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Maharaj, for a nice, beautiful class. I was thinking that Lord Shiva and the disciples, they were very exalted, so they understood each other's heart. When Chitraketu Maharaj was trying to correct. But when it comes to current organizational setup, when a senior leader or sannyasi is being criticized or blasphemed, if he just smiles, it comes in danvats.com or YouTube videos, and a lot of gossip may go on. So I just want to understand what mood one should answer the criticisms, so that we follow in the footsteps of Lord Shiva by not being affected by the criticism. At the same time, we explain and give the reason so that the preaching will not be hampered. Because when a celebrity devotee, he comes in newspaper or somewhere, it affects the preaching, which is the mission of Prabhupada. So how that mood is maintained, at the same time externally that answer is.
Yeah, thank you for the question. We shouldn't forget. We shouldn't forget that there's nothing which happens without Krishna's permission. Nothing. So why will Krishna allow such things to happen? He doesn't know it will affect our preaching. Krishna doesn't know that will affect our preaching. So why did he allow it? Krishna allowed it because of us. Krishna allowed that to happen as a test for us. How are we going to handle this in our Christian consciousness? Are we going to be so demoralized and destroyed and burnt out? Or we are going to stand and face the challenge and move forward in our Christian consciousness? That is the time to prove where we are in Christian consciousness. We shouldn't expect, and we should try not to do something wrong. We should try not to do something wrong. But if it does happen, should you break your head? Eh? If it does happen, somehow or other, if it does happen, should you break your head because of that? Eh? No. No. We should understand that Krishna allowed this to happen to teach us a lesson. So let us learn the lesson Krishna wants us to learn from it and move forward and not to be destroyed. One day, not one day, I have had this experience. One Srila Prabhupada disciple in Vrindavan. So a friend, we went to visit him. His Krishna Balaram temple. So my friend took me there. He is serving him. He's a proper disciple, a senior devotee. So he took me to there. So we went to greet him. And then he introduced me to him. Oh, Prabhu, he's a sannyas candidate. When they heard that, he raised his eyes. Why you want to take sannyas? So many people are falling down. Why you want to take sannyas? Don't go there. So I look at him. I look at him carefully. A senior devotee. He's speaking like this. Don't you see some people are falling down? Why you want to take sannyas? Don't go there. So what do you think I should do? What do you think I should do? Write to the ministry. My dear Praladana Nana Maharaj, Sanya ministry, please remove my name from the list. I don't want to be a sannyas again. It's too dangerous. Those who are powerful, more powerful than me, they fell down. So me who is not so less, there's no need for me to go there. Close it. Remove my name. I should have done like that. Eh? Anyway, I didn't say anything. But you know what I was thinking in my mind? Do you know what I was thinking in my mind? By Krishna's mercy, I was able to understand. The faith in Krishna is small. The faith is very small. Faith is small. When the faith is small, we see lower side, we don't see the higher side. What is the higher side? The higher side is not pride. The higher side is, okay, people are those who have taken sannyas, they have fallen so many things. Okay, they have fallen. There's something that made them to fail. Let me study that, what made them to fail, so that also I don't fall. That's the higher side. We should think like that. Not to take the lower side. The lower side is, oh, no. I cannot go there again. So I got all those temptations, many. A God brother also told me the same thing. There are so many powerful, they have done so many powerful things which you would never even do 1% of it. Why you want to take sannyas when all they fell down? Look at what they did. Look at their position. They are powerful. Who are you? Give up this thing. It's okay. Thank you. Thank you. Krishna does one thing to teach us many lessons. Those who are faithless, they will fall. Those who have faithless, they will progress.
Maharaj, thank you, Maharaj, for a very wonderful class. When we read Prabhupada books, in many places, Prabhupada also criticized politicians and social leaders and gurus of some other sects who are not following properly. They are misleading the masses. So Prabhupada criticized in his room conversations also and morning walks. So how do we see from that perspective? Because Prabhupada also criticized all these bogus gurus and all. And we criticize, then it becomes an issue. Like, then people are blaspheming us. Why you are speaking about some other guru in this way or that way? So how do we see in that perspective, Maharaj? Hare Krishna.
Srila Prabhupada is a leader. He has responsibility to protect his followers. He has that responsibility to protect his followers. Therefore, what he did is bona fide. We should not do it. We shouldn't do it, but he should do it. He should do it, and he did it. He did that to protect us. One of them, one day he called my spiritual master and said, "Come, tell your guru to leave us alone. Why is he always criticizing us? Why? Tell him to give us space." So my spiritual replied, he said, "My guru loves you. He cares for you. He's not criticizing you. He's telling you what you're supposed to do that you're not doing. He loves you. Don't see it otherwise." What he did is perfect. Did he fall down? Why? Why? He did his part perfectly. He has the responsibility to do that. We should not talk about others. But a leader, he should talk. To expose their deviation so we can learn and not fall prey. He has that duty. And Prabhupada did it not because he was envious of them. Not because he's competing or they are competing with him, he has to bring them down. That was not intention. Like my spiritual master said, he loved them, therefore he's telling them what they are doing that is wrong. That is his duty. So he did it perfectly for our benefit. What is a neophyte devotee supposed to do when he has association of Mahabhagavat? We should be very careful, very, very careful. So very, very careful. I am sitting very close to a fire, so I should not touch it. Because it will burn me, so I should not touch it. But so we should know I'm sitting with the fire. We should know this. So I should be careful. So that, the fire will warm my body to get me free from the cold. But don't touch the fire. Right? Take what is necessary for us. Take the association. Because in his association, our japa will be sweeter. It becomes easier. The philosophy becomes easier for our side. We can have a better understanding. We have a lot of encouragement by looking at his behavior, his level of sadhana. We get encouraged. So we need this association to see all these wonderful things. But at the same time, we should be careful not to touch the fire. So it doesn't burn us. Does it make sense? Thank you. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.